The night was dark and chilly on the outskirts of a small western town. A gentle breeze rustled through the trees, carrying with it the crisp scent of pine. The moon hung low in the sky, casting a silvery glow over the dirt road that wound through the wilderness. Along this lonely path, a stagecoach lumbered forward, its wooden wheels creaking with each turn. Inside, passengers huddled close for warmth, their faces illuminated by flickering lantern light. Jack, the stagecoach guard, sat alert at the front, his eyes scanning the shadows that danced along the edges of the forest. He knew all too well that danger often lurked in these quiet places. The rhythmic clopping of the horses provided a comforting sound, but Jack remained vigilant, aware that bandits could strike at any moment. As they traveled deeper into the night, an unsettling feeling settled in his stomach. Little did he know that their peaceful ride was about to take a surprising turn, altering their fates forever. Jack, the stagecoach guard, was a man of strong character and unwavering loyalty. Clad in a weathered leather coat and a wide-brimmed hat that shaded his keen eyes, he embodied the spirit of the West. His rugged hands gripped the reins firmly, guiding the horses as they trotted steadily along the winding road. Jack had spent years patrolling these trails, building a reputation among townsfolk for his bravery and quick thinking. As he glanced at the passengers nestled inside the stagecoach, he felt a sense of responsibility weigh on his shoulders. Each traveler carried dreams and hopes, along with precious cargo that had to reach its destination safely. Jack remembered the tales of bandits who roamed these lands, preying on unsuspecting travelers. With that in mind, he kept his trusty rifle close by, ready to defend against any threats. Though he appeared tough on the outside, Jack also had a kind heart. He often exchanged friendly words with passengers to ease their fears during long journeys, something he believed was important in such dangerous territory. Little did he know that this night would test both his courage and compassion like never before. As the stagecoach continued down the winding road, Jack suddenly heard a faint sound that made him halt the team. He strained his ears, trying to make out what it was. There, just off the side of the road, stood a figure silhouetted against the moonlight, a cold and shivering nun. Her habit was tattered and her face pale, showing signs of distress. "Help me, please!" she cried, her voice trembling with fear. "I've lost my way and I need shelter." Jack's heart went out to her as he quickly jumped down from his seat. The chill of the night air bit at him, but he didn't hesitate. "Climb aboard," he urged gently, gesturing for her to enter the stagecoach. Sister Agnes stepped closer, her eyes wide with gratitude and relief. As she settled into the warm interior, Jack couldn't shake the feeling that something more awaited them in this desolate stretch of road. Little did they know that assistance would soon turn into danger. Jack's heart raced as he weighed his options. He knew the risks of stopping to help a stranger in these treacherous surroundings, where bandits roamed and danger lurked around every corner. However, the sight of Sister Agnes, her trembling hands and frightened eyes, moved him deeply. He couldn't ignore her plea for help. Her safety is important, he thought, realizing he had to act quickly. The chill in the air seemed to press against him, urging him to make a choice. With a firm resolve, Jack decided to bring her aboard. He called out reassuringly to Sister Agnes, inviting her into the warmth of the stagecoach. As she climbed inside, relief washed over her face. Jack glanced around but saw no signs of immediate threats. Still, he felt an uneasy knot in his stomach. The woods were eerily quiet now, as if holding its breath. Time felt stretched as Jack accelerated down the road, fully aware that their quiet moment together might not last long. The night was still young, and danger could be just around the bend. As Sister Agnes settled into the stagecoach, the moon continued its ascent, illuminating the night with an otherworldly glow. The once gentle light now transformed into a stark brightness that cast long shadows across the dirt road and surrounding trees. Jack's eyes darted to the larger-than-life silhouettes of branches swaying in the breeze, creating shapes that danced ominously in the moonlight. The air inside the stagecoach felt warmer, yet an unsettling chill persisted, creeping into Jack's thoughts. He could feel the presence of the moon, not as a comforting beacon, but as a reminder of the dangers hidden beneath its light. It was both beautiful and haunting. With every bump along the road, Jack remained alert, aware that the eerie glow might draw unwanted attention to them. Sister Agnes sat quietly beside him, her eyes reflecting the moonlight, filled with a mix of gratitude and fear. In this moment, as they rolled along under the watchful gaze of the rising moon, both felt that something significant was about to unfold in the stillness of the night. Just as a tense silence enveloped the stagecoach, sharp gunshots shattered the stillness of the night. The loud cracks echoed through the trees, sending chills down Jack's spine. Sister Agnes gasped, her eyes wide with fear as the reality of their predicament sank in. Jack's instincts kicked in. He quickly pulled the reins, slowing the horses to a cautious stop. "Stay low," he whispered urgently to Sister Agnes, his voice steady despite the increasing tension. He scanned the surrounding dark woods, where shadows seemed to hide lurking threats. The gunfire sounded closer now, each shot reverberating ominously in the air. Jack's mind raced as he realized they were likely in the crosshairs of armed bandits who had heard their movements, and there was no telling how many there might be. He gripped his rifle tightly, readying himself for a confrontation that seemed inevitable. In that moment, both fear and bravery coursed through him. He knew he had to protect Sister Agnes at all costs. Their safety depended on his quick thinking in this perilous situation. Out of the shadows, a group of rough-looking outlaws emerged, their faces hardened by the harsh life of the wilderness. Their voices were gruff as they approached the stagecoach, eyes filled with suspicion and menace. "You there!" one of them barked, pointing an accusatory finger at Sister Agnes. "We know she's taken our gold. Hand it over." Jack's heart raced as he sensed the danger intensifying. He stepped protectively in front of Sister Agnes, raising his rifle slightly in a show of defiance. "She hasn't taken anything," he declared firmly, his voice steady despite the circumstances. The bandits laughed mockingly, clearly unimpressed. "Don't play innocent with us, guard." Another outlaw sneered, glancing around as if expecting more armed men to appear. "We saw her wandering near where we buried our treasure. That gold belongs to us." Jack's mind raced as he calculated their next move. They were outnumbered and surrounded, but he was determined to stand between these men and Sister Agnes. He had to think fast. Their lives depended on how he managed this explosive situation. Amidst the tension and chaos, Sister Agnes found her voice, strong and unwavering. "I know nothing of your gold," she asserted, her gaze steady even as the bandits loomed menacingly before her. The confidence in her words sliced through the air, surprising Jack and the outlaws alike. "Don't let their threats intimidate you," Jack whispered under his breath, feeling a surge of admiration for her bravery. Sister Agnes's calm demeanor appeared to frustrate the bandits, who exchanged puzzled glances with one another. One of the outlaws stepped forward, his face twisted in anger. "We've got our eyes on you, sister. You wandered too close to our hideout. We know you took it," he spat, but Sister Agnes stood firm, refusing to back down. "I am a servant of God," she declared defiantly, lifting her chin. "I would never steal from anyone." Jack marveled at her resolve. Her belief in her innocence radiated strength despite the grave circumstances surrounding them. Together, they had to navigate this precarious intersection of faith and peril. Driven by a fierce sense of duty, Jack positioned himself firmly between Sister Agnes and the threatening outlaws. His heart pounded in his chest as he glared defiantly at the bandits, refusing to let them intimidate him or harm the innocent nun behind him. "You'll have to go through me first if you want her," he declared, his voice steady and commanding despite the fear bubbling beneath the surface. The bandits shifted uneasily, surprised by Jack's fierce determination. He could see their mockery fading, replaced by uncertainty as they realized he was no ordinary guard. He tightened his grip on his rifle, ready to defend Sister Agnes at all costs. With each passing moment, that protective instinct surged within him, igniting a fierce resolve. "Stay back," Jack warned as one of the bandits took a step forward. The tension hung heavy in the air like a storm cloud ready to burst. Jack understood that this moment was critical. Both their fates depended on his ability to stand firm against the menacing threats before them. The standoff grew increasingly tense, with both sides poised for confrontation. Jack's mind raced as he assessed the situation, looking for a way to diffuse the hostility without violence. He could sense the bandits' increasing frustration. They were itching for a fight, while Jack knew that any wrong move could lead to disastrous consequences. "Listen," he began, trying to sound calm and authoritative. "If you let us go without any trouble, I promise we won't speak of this to anyone. You don't want any attention drawn to your business here." His words hung in the air, and he watched as the bandits exchanged skeptical glances. "Why should we trust you?" one of them shot back, but Jack saw a flicker of doubt in his eyes. Seizing on that small hesitation, he continued, "Because it's not worth risking your freedom over a misunderstanding. We're just two travelers passing through the night." With each heartbeat that passed, Jack hoped to buy enough time to devise an escape plan, knowing that patience and cunning could be their best allies in this dire situation. Jack's mind raced as he devised a clever plan, knowing they needed a way to escape without resorting to violence. He glanced at the bandits, then back at Sister Agnes, and in that moment of inspiration he crafted his ruse. "Listen," Jack said, lowering his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. "I'm sure you've heard the rumors about the lawmen patrolling this area. They're nearby, watching us even now." The bandits exchanged uneasy glances, their bravado wavering. Jack seized on that uncertainty and pressed on. "If they catch you causing trouble here, you'll wish you hadn't. Do you really want to risk your freedom over a misunderstanding? You could be in chains before morning." The bandits hesitated, their faces flickering with doubt as they considered Jack's words. "What's to stop you from just turning us in?" one of them challenged, but Jack strategically pointed to the shadows of the trees. "Those shadows could be hiding a dozen armed men right now. Is this really worth it?" As Jack watched their resolve weaken, he knew this was his chance to turn the tide and find a way out for both him and Sister Agnes. Just as Jack sensed the bandits wavering in their resolve, a sudden commotion erupted from the nearby woods. Shouts and the sound of galloping horses broke through the tension-filled air, causing the bandits to turn their heads in confusion. To Jack's astonishment, a group of townsfolk emerged, armed with pitchforks and rifles, having overheard the confrontation. "Get away from that nun!" one of the townsmen shouted, brandishing his weapon defiantly. The surprise of the unexpected reinforcements sent a ripple of panic through the outlaws. They hadn't anticipated anyone else being around, let alone a small army of determined locals ready to defend Sister Agnes. Jack felt a surge of hope as he realized their odds had shifted. With newfound strength behind him, he raised his rifle alongside the townsfolk. "You heard them. Back away now," he called out, now emboldened by the presence of these allies. The bandits exchanged nervous glances, weighing their options, as Jack prepared for whatever might come next, ready to protect Sister Agnes with the support of their unexpected saviors. With the townsfolk rallying behind him, Jack felt a surge of hope and strength. The bandits, now outnumbered, exchanged frightened glances, their bravado fading as they realized the tide had turned. "You don't want to take this any further," Jack shouted, his voice steady and commanding. The townsfolk raised their weapons and moved closer, creating an intimidating wall of support. "Let's get out of here," one of the bandits shouted, clearly shaken by the sudden turn of events. The remaining outlaws stumbled backward, fear and desperation etched on their faces as they retreated into the shadows from which they had come. As the bandits disappeared into the night, a wave of relief washed over Jack and Sister Agnes. The townsfolk cheered quietly, but Jack maintained his focus on ensuring everyone was safe. He turned to Sister Agnes, who looked both relieved and grateful. Together, they had faced danger and emerged victorious for now. "Thank you for your bravery," Sister Agnes said softly, her eyes shining with gratitude as Jack lowered his rifle. For that moment, peace had been restored on that dark road under the moonlit sky. As the adrenaline began to fade, Jack and Sister Agnes found a quiet moment beneath the moonlight. They stood beside the stagecoach, the night air calming after the chaos. Jack took a deep breath, reflecting on the harrowing events they had just endured. "You showed remarkable courage tonight," he said, glancing at Sister Agnes, who still looked shaken but resolute. Sister Agnes smiled softly, her eyes reflecting both gratitude and strength. "And you, Jack, protected me without hesitation. Your bravery inspired me to stand firm in my truth." They shared a knowing glance, recognizing that their individual acts of courage had intertwined to create a powerful force against adversity. "It's in moments like these that we find our true strength," Jack mused, feeling a sense of camaraderie that transcended mere survival. Sister Agnes nodded in agreement. "Bravery can shine through even in dark times. It gives us hope." Together, they understood that while danger might lurk around every corner, it was their courage and faith that would light their paths ahead. As dawn approached, painting the sky with soft hues of orange and pink, Sister Agnes looked at Jack with renewed determination. "This night has shown me that even in darkness, there is a light of kindness and courage," she said, her voice steady. "I vow to spread that kindness wherever I go, to show others that bravery can inspire hope." Jack nodded, feeling a warmth spread through him at her words. He understood the importance of her mission and admired her unwavering spirit. "And I will continue my duty as a guard," he replied earnestly. "Protecting those who cannot protect themselves is what I was made for." With the sun rising in the distance, they both felt a sense of purpose swell within them. The challenges they had faced together had forged an unbreakable bond, and now they were ready to move forward into whatever awaited them. As the landscape brightened with sunlight, they set off along the road, united in their commitment to uphold courage and kindness in a world that desperately needed both.